Hello everyone. Today we are trying to go ahead and see the syllabus of IES and IAS Optional, Indian Economic Services and Indian Administrative Services Economics Optional paper. Now, while going ahead and doing the syllabus, I would want you not to go ahead and pick a lot of resources. Pick few resources, but do everything related from there. Okay. So the first thing that you will have to do is basically microeconomics. Very, very important course. Now, microeconomics has two very important books that you must be following. One is Varian and the other is Snyder. Apart from this, definitely your graduation notes. They are definitely useful. You should be doing those also. Now, the second course that you have to do is mathematical economics. You can go ahead and do this from there are two things that I would like you to refer to. For mathematical economics, you can refer to Snyder chapter 2. It's a good enough chapter which talks about all mathematical part of economics. Alternatively, what you can go ahead and you can do is you can take a book called R. Gupta. Hammond is also a good book, but Hammond is more for doing masters, more for cracking those entrance exams. But for IES, R. Gupta will be a good enough book. Then the third one that you have to do is econometrics. For econometrics, the best thing to go ahead and would be to go ahead and do from Damodar Gujarati. This is like my favorite book. I don't really want people to deviate from here. And, if you want, you can go ahead and also refer to the notes of various professors that are available online. So some notes are brilliant and you can refer to those notes also. Now, other than that, what you can also go ahead and do is for the initial part to understand what is t-test, z-test, etc. You can read DeVore. Fourth. The next is macroeconomics. For macroeconomics, you should be reading Oliver Blanchard. This is a good book. But not only this, this has to be topped by Dornbusch and Fisher. So these two books are good enough books for you to prepare for Indian Economic Services. Now, obviously, if you have done anything in your graduation which is not in this book, has to be studied thoroughly. So graduation notes are always important. Then you have to go through financial and capital markets. If you want, I can go ahead and share those notes with you. So this is money and financial markets, and your graduation notes, if you had that syllabus in that book or that course in your syllabus, the graduation notes would be enough. Else you can come back to us and we will be able to give you these notes. Then comes economic growth and development. Now in economic growth and development, you have to go ahead and do all the growth theories. Now, there are, I don't like to quote any specific book for this. So what you can do here is you can refer to R. Gupta for sure. But what you can do other than this is that you can try and prepare the this part from the internet. That's my best suggestion. I link out some websites where you can refer to for preparing for economic growth and development. Now, under economic growth and development, you just have to go ahead and remember that whenever you study, what are the things that you have to do? You must study the following: assumptions of the growth model, mathematical part of the growth model, graphical part of the growth model, theory behind the growth model, criticism of the growth models, and the Indian applications of the growth model. So these are the things that you must be covering as part of the growth models. 7. Public finance. You can cover most of the public finance from Musgrave and Musgrave, a beautiful book. And other than that, you can refer to ArthaPoint. 8th, environmental economics. Now, there are various books available for environmental economics, but I say you can rely on the internet and cover it from there. Again, if you don't have notes for it, you can come back to us and we will be able to give you some notes to study for environmental economics. Then you have to do, this is number 9, industrial economics. Majorly, a lot of the parts of industrial economics overlap with microeconomics, so nothing more than Snyder is required. Then you have to do state, market, and planning. You can refer to the past years to get an idea of what kind of questions come in this. Again, you can take notes from ArthaPoint and those would be enough to cover this part. And the most important, Indian economics. I tell you to start from class 11th, Indian economics, followed by your graduation notes. You can refer to those notes from us. You can take it from us, followed by current affairs. So basically what you have to go ahead and do is that apart from this, you have to go ahead and read newspapers like Hindu, Mint, Business Standard, Indian Express, etc. R. Gupta is also a good book for you to follow. So it's a good idea to go ahead and study through that book also. Although R. Gupta is basically a book for UGC NET exam, but most of the students who prepare for IES and IAS, and they also give the UGC NET exam, and they also apply for PhD. So you can go ahead and refer to R. Gupta also. So these are the few books which you can refer to while going ahead and preparing for your Indian economic services. Okay, thank you. Best of luck.